So what am I sewing in the month of October? Welcome to the channel, guys, if you are new, and welcome back if you have been here before. Grab a cup and let's get stuck in. So I have been working on an Olya shirt for like a long time now. So it is almost finished. I still have the buttonholes to sew, cuffs, buttons obviously to sew on as well, and I need to hem it. So I'm still working on it in the background, but I have 2 other makes for this month planned. I haven't been getting in as much sewing time because, as you can see, I have been a busy girl. Well, Mr. Transform Fabrics has been a busy boy too. He has done a lot of work out here, but I have been here, I have been helping. We have done a good bit of it together. So it has been busy, and I'm still busy. So I've only 2 more makes planned for this month. One of them is sort of a tried and true. I have made it twice before, so hopefully it'll not take too long. Plus, it's jersey, so I always feel like a jersey sew is always a quick win, because I think things sew up so quickly on your overlocker. I'll be honest, I rarely, even if it's a jersey, or a knit, I rarely bring it near the sewing machine at all. Probably shouldn't say that. Probably should be telling you, oh no, make sure and sew all the correct seam allowances and whatever, but I don't. I bring it straight to the overlocker and get as much done on there as I can. And the only thing I bring it to the machine for is to hem. And if I can get away with not doing that, I will. But this particular knit will definitely need to be hemmed. But anyway, let's get started. What am I making? Listen, I know there's only half of it, but you know what it is. You know. So this is the Lee Southbank sweater. Anybody that has been here for a while may or may not know that I have 2 versions of this. I will insert here to let you see the versions that I have made. Both have been the cropped version. I'll show you all 3, because at least on the back is still intact, so you can see the line drawings. And just bring that in nice and close. Hopefully you can make that out. So I have made 2 of the cropped version, and this version I plan on making as a cropped version as well, just because I like that style. I feel like I would get a lot of wear out of a full length version as well, but I just haven't ventured to make it just yet. I would like to. On the list, along with a lot of other things. But we have to focus, folks. We have to focus. What are we going to make this month? This month we're making another cropped version. I have pattern pieces here. So for myself, I make the size 10. I'll insert the details just here for the sizing. But my own measurements are, I think, 37, 31, 32, something maybe around the waist. And for my lovely hips, we're usually around about a 40 to 41. And here, do you love my stool? Well, it's not mine. One of the girls from the craft group, actually, I run a craft group on a Wednesday night from the studio here, and one of the girls struggles with sitting for long periods. So she has one of these saddle stools at home, and we had kind of joked with her and said, we might end up needing to get you on here the following week. One of the other girls from the class arrived with a stool for her. So I have to say, we have a great bunch of people on a Wednesday night. But anyway, isn't the stool amazing? I'm never off it. I can't help it. It's so comfortable. But yes, I make the size 10. And it's upside down. I make the size 10 whenever I'm doing the Lee Southbank, and it fits really well. Now for the cropped version, I have added, was it maybe 2 inches, I think, or an inch or 2 inches to the body. And now I'm not overly tall, and I wouldn't say that I have a very long body either, but I just felt more comfortable with adding a few inches on after I had done my first version. So that's the only modifications that I have made to it. But the best bit, what is the fabric that I'm going to be using? Look at this! Isn't it gorgeous? So this is a knit. It is, I suppose you would call it like a fisherman knit. I'll bring it in nice and close so you can see. Hopefully you can make that out on the camera, but it is, I mean, it literally looks as if it has come off a set of knitting needles. It's absolutely beautiful. It's really heavy as well. So I'm hoping that my overlocker will cope with it all right. But I know Rachel from the French Themes, she bought the navy version of this, and she made an absolutely beautiful jumper. I'll insert a picture, with her permission obviously, I'll insert a picture here of the version that she done. It was absolutely stunning. But she did say that her overlocker protested ever so slightly. So hopefully mine will cope. Mine's just a wee brother, so hopefully it'll cope all right. I will pop all the details for the fabric and the pattern down below. The fabric is from the shop here and from the studio, and it is $9.50 roughly, a half meter. So I'll put the link for it below in case you're interested in it. There is a navy version of it as well, so you can check that out, or I'll include the link below. All right, folks. So next make is going to be, the next make is going to be a hack. And to celebrate, I wore my well, maybe this is a hacked version, I'm not sure, of the same dress. It is another indigo, but I'm not making it as a dress. I'm going to make it as a top. So for anybody that doesn't know, this is indigo. Oh, can you see the line drawings there? There are 3 versions roughly. So you have your seams showing on the outside, seams hidden, short tunic, and a longer dress. I hacked this one that I'm wearing by adding another tier to the bottom. This one is the bracelet length sleeves. So I'll show you where they come to. They don't hang down, you know, over your hand, and they just sort of stop above your wrist, and it's really, really comfortable. I made this in viscose. Where did I get the viscose? Craftswoman Fabrics, I want to say, in Carrickfergus. I don't know if they have any left. It's been a long time from I bought this. It's like probably nearly a year from I made it as well. But I love this version. I absolutely love it. I wear it all the time. And I talked about, you know, making another version with the, ideally I could be doing with a forward shoulder adjustment. Is that what you call it? But it doesn't annoy me enough to make the adjustment. So I haven't made another version with the adjustment. I have made another version. I will insert a picture of the other version that I have made here, but I still didn't make the adjustment. Anyway, So with the, what size do I make with the Indigo? I make the size 3, I think, size 3 or size 4. I think this one might be the size 4, but now this next version will be the size 3. So what fabric? Oh, what fabric am I using? Oh, upside down. Where are we? Yeah, isn't that it? It's folded in half, so, and I have, because I have it, both of these have already been pre-washed, because I have this overlocked on the edges. It's folded over, I can't unfold it fully. So that's why when it's upside down for me, it's the right way up for you. So it's a bit hard to tell. But anyway, so this is a gorgeous art gallery fabrics that I am going to use to make this version. Look at that. Isn't it just beautiful? Now, the reason I know we're coming into the cooler months, but girls, I'm getting to that stage where I run a wee bit hot more than every now and again. I'm running hot quite often, and I need to be able to take, like, I'm running about in a viscose dress today because, well, today is actually really, really nice. We've got another burst of nice weather. Now it's cold, like really, really cold, but it's nice and sunny. But I need to be able to take layers off and have something underneath that's nice and cool, breathable, a wee bit floaty. Maybe I would be safer sticking with a size 4. Anyway, so my vision for this is not even as long as the tunic length. I had seen, is it the Florence top by Merchant and Mills? It's like a short kind of, the main bodice sort of stops at your waist, and then there's just like a small frill around the bottom. And I want a top like that, and I have done for a long, long time, but I don't have that pattern, and I don't want to buy more patterns. So I thought, how can I hack what I already have? So I have already traced off the Indigo, but what I want to do is where the Indigo finishes, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you this. I'll pull my belt down so that hopefully you can see. Just here is where the seam line is. I want to bring the seam line down to roughly my waist, and then just do a small peplum sort of frill around the bottom. That's my plan. Even in general, trying to get back onto the stool. It is literally like a saddle. In general, when I put a belt on with the Indigo, now I love the Indigo, but when I put a belt on with it, the belt sits in a different position to where that line is. And I don't know why, but it just slightly irritates me. So I have wanted, again, like the forward shoulder adjustment, I've wanted to make the bodice slightly different. So on this occasion, I am going to, so that in the future, I can make more Indigos, but in the way that I really want to, and way that makes more sense for me whenever I'm wearing a belt with it. I don't think it's anything wrong with the pattern. I think it's just I have a different body shape and my waist sits differently to the pattern block. That's not an issue with tilling the buttons. That's not an issue with pattern drafting. It's literally just, wow, I can sew. What can I do when I sew? I can adjust patterns to suit me. I can adjust my clothes to fit me the way I really want it. And let's face it, that for most of us is part of the reason why we continue to sew and replace what is in our own wardrobes, because off the peg, as it would have been called years ago, or ready to wear, just doesn't cater to every, size, shape, it doesn't cater to everybody. It kind of has to go in the middle and hope that the masses suit it. So that is my plan. How gorgeous is this? And I know it's probably a bit bright, but is there anything as nice as waking up on a really dull morning when it's overcast or it's maybe raining outside and looking at your wardrobe and thinking, I have a top that'll cheer me up. I have something that's really bright, really colourful, and will just cheer my day. This is going to be it. So, folks, that is all my sewing plans for the month of October. I really, really hope you have enjoyed the video today. Hopefully it hasn't been too long. Hopefully you're all still awake. Maybe if you're on coffee instead of herbal tea, maybe you've kept you awake. But thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you taking time to spend with me in my little bubble in my my corner of the internet. So I really appreciate you. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, pop them below. If you have made either of these, if you have sewn with this knit before, let me know how you got on. Did your overlocker love it, loathe it? Let me know how you got on. And if you have any more hacks for the Indigo, if you have done the hack that I'm talking about, let me know what they are. Indigo is such a Aussie Blackbird on Instagram. Lynn, her and I were talking a few weeks ago, and we were both just saying it is such a versatile pattern, the Indigo, for being able to hack. So if you have any hacks, let me know. Let me hear them. I want to know. So guys, anyway, like the video, hit the bell icon to subscribe, and thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me today. I'll see you later, folks. Take care. Bye. Now. Blah, 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 blah.